final 2 minutes of this high game. Early Masa, Baroka, shot clock down to 4 na agaw. It's Gary to Lassiter all the way. This Power 18 is giving b-meg all it can handle. Pushing b-meg to the limit, 111-107, b-meg lamang. Magbabalik din. Last stand para sa POWERADE, down by 4. Gary David with 21 points, JB Castro with 22, Marshall with 16 points. But get their defense. Do something here with under 2 minutes remaining. Double team on Kirby. And a foul laban kay Romel Adugol. For the second time in this game, bagsak na naman si Kirby. But he's okay. Romel had the right idea. He knew that Kirby was going to turn back, just came in late. But the tip ang makukuha niya dahil doon. And Romel Adugol fouled out after scoring 4 points off the bench. So Doug Kramer babalik na dito tulad ng inaasahan. Will rejoin this unit with Will Antonio, Gary David, Marshall Lassiter, JB Castro. Ayun, may sugat. Must have been pag-ikot ni Kirby, tumama doon sa bibig ni Romel. Oh, this is the free throw. I think that's the only way that b-meg can stop. There's a collision between Romel and Kirby. That's the only way that POWERADE can stop b-meg if they miss from the free throw line. That's the way this game has been progressing. Gotta get the ball out of this man's hand. JD, good job with the part of Fingrich. Lassiter, Pinasa, Kramer, atake. Power move, Doug Kramer. It's just a 3-point ball game. How will b-meg respond? A minute and 23 remaining here in the fourth. Ball na kay James Yap. James on the move, lost it. It's with JB Castro. Watch out for the 3 in this situation. Here's Lassiter, he goes in. Great defense by Mark Pingrich. But there's an interception. Gary David, yes sir! Gary David ties the game! They missed him the first time. Marshall has Gary wide open. Gary stayed in that same spot. Pagkabalik, another 3-pointer para kay Gary David. We are tied 112 all, and they locate. This is that first turnover, counter turnover para dito sa POWERADE, and Gary David, El Granada for 3! Kaboom! Gary David loves that he just tied the game for only the third time tonight. There is no quit in this POWERADE team. They see that 3-point line, and it's like Christmas for them. They will live what they can do on offense. David, 3-pointer, 83-pointer para sa POWERADE sa araw na to. 24 points for El Granada. Okay, what will b-meg do? They have Baroka in there with 1 minute to go. James Yap, inside, goal! Like see POWERADE try to run this through. Try to catch b-meg with a quick shot. Here's Castro. Pasa niya natapigin, will stay with POWERADE. Will Antonio was wide open. Deep right corner. And we'll have a review. Yes, and this is a great opportunity para sa POWERADE. Bakit? They get to set up their offense without calling a timeout. Inbounding from the most dangerous spot on the floor, the baseline. Eto naman, James Yap, when it comes to crunch time, cannot be anyone better during the crunch than James Yap. Not at all bothered by that injured wrist. Ito yung pass na pretty clear, but it's just the rules say that they have to check it, but it shouldn't take that. And ito, bola ng POWERADE, 13 to shoot. Lassiter will start the play. Who will they go to? Pinasa! Castro! No! But Davey will get the ball back. POWERADE down by 2. I like this timeout by Coach Bo. There's 2 things that you want to accomplish. You gotta make sure you shoot early so you get another chance at the basket. Dahil pag tumira ka na maaga, you basically get a 2 for 1. And also, map out a play to get points in this possession. The first do-or-die game of the quarterfinals is going down the wire. At papakinggan po natin ang huddle ng POWERADE. Okay, we only caught the tail end of that huddle, but Alex Compton continues to talk with Will Antonio and Marshall Lassiter just to make sure everyone is in the right spot on the floor. You know, all eyes will be on the 3 guys, POWERADE. But be careful with Will Antonio. Here's Castro. Stop. He needs to pass. Kramer, fourth shot. Fourth shot. Yes, and Coach Bo may have a reason to be upset here. We're going to see that again. Well, J.B. Castro just fouled out of the game. Here's that play again. Here's the... It is tough. It's definitely a lot of contact there. Referees are going to say that the favor initiates some contact, but got to feel for POWERADE because generally that will be called a foul. So si Castro has to give up a foul. He fouled out of the game. You lose 1 3-point shooter now. Now pressure on Maroka. First free throw, no problem. Wala na pong timeout ang b-meg. May isa pang timeout ang POWERADE. Right now, the biggest free throw of Mark Maroka's PBA career. Lassiter with a rebound. POWERADE down by 3. Here's Rudy Licanay. Papasa kay Will Antonio. Gary David has the ball. Here's Antonio. Patay. Oh, straight to short. Gary Patay. Yes, sir! Gotta watch out. No timeouts. The b-meg realize it. They don't have a timeout. They've got to run this play right now. We're tied at 1:15. 11 seconds remaining. Mark Maroka has the ball. 8 seconds to go. Here's James Yap. James Yap lost it with 4.5 seconds remaining. And POWERADE has a timeout that they can use. Wow. We thought last Friday, yung laban ng Rainer side at Ginebra, grabe na yung ending. This one tried to top that. This is the play right here. That was a shot that was wide open. But this is another shot that is wide open. That's from the 3-point slide. And that was the only shot that could have sent it to overtime. But and POWERADE had 2 chances for it. James Yap could not handle the basketball. That is chance. I mean, there are do-or-die games, and there are do-or-die games. And remember, we at the 6-minute mark, was POWERADE going to go for the last pass? Game changer. Maybe it would be Tonto incident. 9 points before that. 27 right after that one. Okay. POWERADE will go for the win. Oh, he lost it. What a timeout! What a timeout! Who has it? And we're going into overtime. El Granada, by virtue of that last 3-point shot, the 19th 3-pointer tonight for POWERADE, he sends this game into overtime. Gary David had two chances. One was a chance to get it into overtime. This was a miss by POWERADE that eventually fell back into the hands of Gary David. Had another chance for the win. Sabi niya, paisa-isa lang, hindi ko kaya lahat gawin. El Granada with another explosive performance will need 5 more minutes in this do-or-die. Gary, wide open. Sometimes you just have to appreciate a guy that has 37 points already. It is the game of a lifetime for Gary David. The change-up will miss last touch on Kirby Raimundo. They're still going to have to check this out. They have to view this in the last 2 minutes. They're going to say no need. Maybe they should check out the hands of Gary David. 125, 117. Well, yan yung sinatag. Like that 2-3 in overtime. Yung kamay ni Gary David, nag-really up na! and he was wide open for this shot. He was wide open for that shot. Sinapian na yung kamay ni Gary David. Talagang ayaw magmintis. That's a performance of a lifetime for Gary David. Forever hiding in the shadows of bigger scoring guards, bigger name players. And I dare say, siguro naman kasali na sa All-Star na lawag, ano? Doug Draper of the class goes out. b-meg still alive. 1.5 remaining in overtime. Here's Urpistoso. b-meg looks like size 8. Two guys not able to keep sprinting in this last couple of minutes. Oh, Kirby up and under. Pinagirapan niya yun. And it's just a 6-point game. b-meg has to have yung presence na kailangan na natin magkaroon ng stop. Then we have to cause turnovers. Then we have to score quickly. And they gotta keep the ball away from this guy. But it's in his hands, and he fires. At that time, rebound Pingris. Pagkakataon para sa b-meg. 1 minute to go. They're down by 6. Here's Simon. Simon, fire, got it! We are far from that. Overtime po tayo. 4 ang laman ng POWERADE. Time out muna. Take up. First 3 quarter points, only 6 points mula ng 4th quarter. Wow. And the one memorable shot that he had in that fourth in OT was that shot that panasagot sa 3-pointer in Gary David. No other big shot came from him after that. But this is just a 4-point game. Oh, turnover! Hit Simon all the way! How do you close out a game? Your POWERADE got to get it past the line. Possession alive para sa POWERADE. They're up by just 2. 30 seconds remaining in overtime. 8 to shoot. No Gary David on the floor. Lassiter, he fires. He shoots, he scores! POWERADE does not know how to shoot anything else but a 3-point shot. Both teams actually play short-handed, not with the team that they want. Kasi marami nang nasasaktan, marami nang kinakrap. Last possession, wala si Gary David. No problem. May Marcio Lassiter pa rin naman. 19 points for the rookie, Marcio Lassiter. We said it would take these 3 guys for POWERADE to have a chance. You look at JV, Gary, Marcio. Gary 37, JV 22, Marcio 16. They're going to even have fouling and try to force turnovers. 128, 123, POWERADE on top. Jake Yap for 3. And a rebound ends up with Lassiter. Are we 14 seconds away from the first mammoth upset of the PBA playoff. Reminds me of that year in which Socintec and Mobiline franchise at that time had Asi Saulava. They were the #1 seed. They were looking good and then got derailed by Barangay Ginebra. Starting to look like the same story here. Ball in the backcourt mula kay Joshua Bistonto. Have to wonder what's going on in the mind of Tim Cone. He had an 8-game, his team had an 8-game winning streak going into the playoffs. They were the top seed. They were facing the lowest seed in the playoffs. And coming into the playoffs, they were beating a very good team. And they were trending up. Bigla na lang, may dumating, may nagpasabog ng granada. Ulilikana got his own miss. It's Sean Anthony. And the POWERADE Tigers, contrary to popular expectation, sila po ay papasok sa PBA semifinals. No one gave them a chance, but they believed in themselves. This was a team that got the #1 draft choice last year because, quite frankly, they weren't that good. But this year, nagkaroon sila ng mga bagong players, a new feeling, a new atmosphere within the team, and they just knocked out the team that a lot of people pinned down to be one of the finalists sa taong ito. El Granada with a performance of a lifetime, and truth be told, this crowd was blown away. I mean, really, mesmerized by a performance, 37 points.